Yes, what's going on, legends? It's the Flying Pig here again with another cheeky little transfer news rundown of the evening's news in regards to Manchester United, or lack of. We're going to get into it all this evening, my friends. Yes, indeed. We're on the back of watching the Club World Cup. Thank you so much, everyone who joined us for the Club World Cup final. Yes, Chelsea won it, obviously. You know, fair play to Chelsea. They did deserve it, but they are now the Club World Cup champions and got about an extra 120 million quid or something. Yes. But there you go. We're here for the transfer news, though. So thank you very much for joining us, everyone, in the chat. Russell, let's go. Robert Hewer, the Dump, get in. Jamie Riley, Ashley Vogt, Prima Italia, Sandeep Mahal, Ryan Watkins, Robert Hewer, Seth Machuki, Barbara Fay, let's go. Dublin Games, Prima Marek, Stachowski, Boston, and everybody who's in here, thanks for joining us. Do us a favour at the start of this transfer news rundown then. Hit the likes on the stream. Give us a massive thumbs up. Help us get to 200 likes. Oh, you know it makes sense. Yes, you know it makes sense. We're going to cover the latest news, what's going on in regards to Bryan and Mbeumo, Gyokeres, etc. You know, any other bits and bobs we've got. There hopefully will be some breaking news tonight. Probably not. But, you know, we're on here just in case, I don't know, Ornstein drops another cheeky little bomber, or there's a fab, here we go, or something along those lines. Probably not going to happen, is it? But we'll see. By the way, we're starting off in the sty tonight at 29.1 degrees Celsius. That's a bit much. That's a bit much, it has to be said. Joshua Isimwe, how you doing? Squid, T-Mill, Kim. So yes, everybody in the live chat here, please do us a favour. Smash the likes on the stream and get yourself involved. Repost us on X. Links at the top of the chat. Give us a share. We'll shout you out later. Nice one. Right, and get yourself subscribed if you're new as well. Q&A at the end of the stream. Let's just get stuck into it. So, the biggest news of the night, unfortunately, is in regards to a player who was a target for Man United this summer. But obviously we've shat it there. We aren't the club we used to be. We don't have the European football. We don't have the ability to entice these players anymore. And he's gone to pig in Arsenal, hasn't he? David Ornstein with the update, dropping the bomber that it is done and agreed, at least in principle. So this is from David Ornstein not that long ago at 8:21. Says, Sporting Lisbon confirm agreement in principle reached for Viktor Gyokeres switch to Arsenal. Deal worth 63.5 million euros guaranteed plus 10 million in add-ons. So a total combined fee there of 73.5 million euros, which is what, less than 65 million pounds. It's a pretty decent overall deal that Arsenal have got there. They've not really paid ridiculously over the odds. Yes, it is an expensive deal. It is an expensive player, but you know, Sporting were bandying around figures like 80 or 90 million euros earlier on in the window. So for them to get an agreed fee altogether, 63.5 million euros, with 10 million of it being paid as add-ons as well later on, that's a pretty good deal that for Arsenal, to be fair. And they've got themselves obviously a goal scoring beast, at least in his league that he's been playing in, and 6 and 8 in the Champions League last season, but 54 and 52 last season in all competitions for him at Sporting. That is going to be surely a big pickup for them. We talked about Arsenal missing out on maybe a proper number 9 goal scorer, somebody who can provide those goals. Well, this guy definitely can, but can he actually do it in the Premier League? Wouldn't it just be immense, truly immense, if he flopped big time? Like if he was another Nicolas Pepe or something for Arsenal. Come on, please. Last time he was in the Prem, he was gash. Last time he was in English football, he didn't really get much involved. He didn't really get much opportunities. Didn't really play that much. Just didn't really work for him. Now, obviously, he's gone away. He's developed. He's had lots of good years of good football, scoring lots of goals. You know, Ruben Amorim, part of the development as well there. And he's done really, really well. And he probably will come to Arsenal and do really, really well this summer. I'll ask the live chat, though, how many league goals do you think Gyokeres is going to get for Arsenal? So it looks like this deal's going ahead now. It's very annoying. But how many league goals do you think? Will he get 20? I'm actually going to say he's going to get 16. 16 league goals. That's what I'm going for. Viewed, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate that, you legend. Thank you so much, Viewed. I'm not so sure if he's going to be this 25 goal a season merchant that everybody's hoping for there at Arsenal. I think he might struggle a little bit in his first season in the Premier League's different sort of animal. Yes, he's very strong, quick, physical, built like a brick shithouse, ripped, etc. And he'll probably be able to deal with the physicality of the Premier League. But the Premier League is a different kettle of fish to the Portuguese league. We can only pray he flops, I know. 10, 19, 40, 25. You reckon he's going to get 40 league goals, do you there, Half Gazzo? 56, 16 plus, 25, 30, 25, 25 plus a season he's quality, 25, 23, 2, 20, 25, 18, 25 plus. Fair enough. I mean, if he was signing for Man United, I'd say he's going to get 25 plus, but seeing as he's signing for Arsenal, I'm saying 15 or 16. because I just can't bring myself to think of him smashing 25 league goals for the Arsenal holes. I can't think about that. Yeah, you're going for 16 as well, 28. Good evening, Lee Heesman. I'm all right. Thanks for asking, lad. I hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well here in the chat tonight. It's very hot, very, very moist in the sty right now, but we're here to bring you the latest news. So that is the big story of the night. It's not in regards to Manchester United. He's obviously going to be a big player for Arsenal. Will it be a case of this season we're going to really regret the fact that we did miss out on that Europa League win because it missed us out on getting Champions League football, which in turn probably meant that we missed out on getting Gyokeres, to be fair, because Amorim was here. If United had won that trophy and had the money and also had the Champions League football to offer, he might have still chosen Man United over Arsenal, even though Arsenal much further ahead, obviously, in their development at the moment. But we didn't get that. We did lose that. So he's ended up going to Arsenal. And it is a bit of a loss. Kev Tech says, I'm proper bitter. It is a loss. Because ultimately this would have been Amorim's hot pick. You would have thought if Amorim had his way, he would have liked to have got Viktor Gyokeres, seeing as he obviously coached him previously. He obviously knows the sort of system that Amorim wants to play. He would have been a pretty ideal signing, I think, for Amorim, actually. So it is annoying, Kev Tech, isn't it? I mean, I'm not that bothered about it because it's a lot of money, and I think United, for that sort of money, we should be looking to get 2 players in. We should be trying to get a goalie and a striker for that amount of money because we don't have a lot of money at the moment, sadly. So I'm a little bit bitter as well, to be fair. Yeah, you're still in Idaho, back to Belfast on Wednesday, mate. Enjoy the rest of your trip, mate. That's awesome. Same to you, lad. Thanks for getting in, though. Appreciate your Idaho vibes. Let's go. Moisture overload. Oh, yes. We'll get 5 after first game, Piggy. No. So, obviously, the first game of the season is Man United versus Arsenal at Old Trafford, isn't it? And so we're actually going to see firsthand on the first day of the season just what Viktor Gyokeres can do. Unfortunately, it's going to be against us. Would be great if he has a bottle job that day and doesn't get any goals and we smash them up. That'd be absolutely immense. Truly, though, I think that, you know, he's got a good chance of scoring against us, doesn't he? Especially if we still got Andre Onana in goals. And Arsenal are the ultimate sort of corner merchants. He'll probably get quite a lot of goals. He's a physical sort of lad. He'll probably get quite a lot of box goals, you know, that sort of stuff. Good finisher. So I do expect that it will be a tough day and we'll have our hands full there with the lad. But I'm just praying that he has a shit first game for Arsenal in the Prem and we can get the job done. Spin, thank you so much for your £5 super chat. Spin, lad, come on. He says, Grandchester United, slower than a snail's funeral with signings. Arsenal have basically got 5 players over the line before whilst we have 1 player. Yeah, no, you're absolutely spot on, Spin. They've got a lot of big signings, and we've got the one. Still haven't gotten Mbeumo done. You're not wrong there, Spin. And then beyond that, look at Chelsea. Chelsea aren't even finished yet. They've got that Madueke money as well coming, and also the money from the Club World Cup. They're probably going to sign some more players, and they've been busy. City have been busy. Liverpool have been very busy with spending. United have been left pulling our plonkers and twiddling our todgers all summer. Onana won't be fit to play. Well, I hope not. But, I mean, we're looking at time frames, and the reports are that he's out injured for about 3 to 5 weeks, 3 to 6 weeks at most. Probably closer to the 3 or 4, I reckon. Which means technically, you know, he could be back towards the start of the Premier League campaign. But probably you're right. He probably won't be fit and ready to play in that Arsenal game. But he might be. He might be. Let's hope not. Let's hope that United are actually going to do the honourable thing and sign a new goalkeeper before then. He's been hung out to dry, sadly. Jamie says we're getting murdered against Arsenal. He's smashing 3 against us. Oh, mate, it's gash, isn't it? I know. 41 days we've been discussing this in Mbeumo news. Joke, mate. First match day, Gyokeres will miss a penalty. Cunha will score. Man United win. Come on, Evo. I love that. You know, well, one thing's for sure. We've got a chance against Arsenal Holland on the first day of the campaign. Of course we do. It's the opener. Like, no team is fully in form at that stage. Yes, it will help if they've got a lot more new signings than us. And, of course, they were better than us last year, and they're just a better team than us right now, if we're being honest. But we still can turn up and do well on the day. We've proven that in recent times. Last season, we did dump them out the cup, didn't we, and stuff like that. So we could beat them on the day. They won't be fully together either on the first day of the season. And we're at home, so we've got a chance. But I still expect, obviously, they'll be the heavy favourites. Mr. says the amount of chances Arsenal created this season just for Havertz to shat it. Gyokeres actually a striker. No, I do expect him to have a lot of chances and score a lot of goals. Wow, we've already got 300 legends in here tonight. Shout out to the late night legends tuning in. Remember to smash that like button. We're nearly at 100 likes. Give us a massive thumbage. If you haven't done so, hit the likes on it. Also, hit the subscribe button. We're on here daily. It's free to subscribe to the channel as well. You're going to to the first game. Oh, Deggy, well, you never know. We might be on for a surprise though. We might be on for an upset. You got a chance with Margot Robbie. Well, she did say that she's keen on you, Gary, lad. So, you know, but it's true. I mean, we do have a chance against Arsenal, but obviously odds are stacked against us at the minute. What do you think we're going to... Okay, so honestly, morning, I don't think we'll do much business other than Mbeumo unless we can sell Garnacho, Rashford, Højlund, Antony, Onana, Mount, you know, Sancho, any of those players. If we can sell 1, 2, 3 of those players, then surely we can sign a new player. Surely we should be going out there and getting a striker, a Visser, a Watkins, a Mateta, somebody up there who can play number 9. Also, we should be getting a goalkeeper to replace Flubberhands, especially now that he's actually injured. So that's what I'm hoping we do, but I think it's dependent on us shifting players, moving players on, and obviously raising some funds to be able to use that to sign other players. I just can't see United spending beyond Mbeumo, because if we had the money to spend beyond Mbeumo, they'd already be trying to sign a striker. They'd already be trying to sign a goalie or a midfielder. So I believe we don't have any money unless we sell. If we don't get any more signings, I'm dreading the season. Well, I don't think we'll get any more beyond Mbeumo unless we sell. Your choice for next season, Vlahovic, Watkins, DCL, Jackson. Out of those ones, or Rios, Edison, out of those ones, I definitely would love to see Watkins sign, and I would definitely take Rios as well. That would be a great addition to the team. Onana probably faking it, doesn't want to get sold. Yeah, he's giving it the old Luke Shaw tactic of being injured during the window. Midnight, thank you so much, mate, for the £2 super chat. He says, here's £2 towards the £20 you'll owe me, Piggy. You what? Midnight, thank you so much for the £2. I appreciate that. Don't know what you're on about, lad. Chido Obi will rise. Come on, lad. Let's hope so. We need a CM. Yeah, but that's where someone like Richard Rios would come in. Maybe an Edison type. But I think Richard Rios could be had for 25, 30 million. Unfortunately, at the moment, guys, it does seem like Roma are leading the chase for Richard Rios. I haven't seen a great deal of Richard Rios, I'll be honest, but I saw him a lot in the Club World Cup and he looked like a fantastic midfielder, box-to-box sort of destroyer type. We could definitely do with adding him. He was very high up there in terms of the competition, in terms of ball recoveries and all that sort of stuff. I think he would be a good addition right now for what we need in that midfield because he's very mobile, athletic, all that sort of stuff. And we need a bit of that. We've got some old heads in there. We've got some slow boys, but we need somebody with a bit more, you know, a bit more athleticism about them and stuff. Great news. What's up there, Barbary? Great news. Thanks, and hi, Piggy. As an Arsenal fan, I didn't know. Really? You didn't know? Seriously? Well, yeah, fair enough. Well, there you go. We're breaking it for you. Gyokeres to Arsenal is basically done. It's a gutting feeling as a United fan because he was wanted by our manager, and he's obviously clearly chosen Arsenal over them, and now he's going there for 73 million euros, which isn't even a crazy amount. Like Arsenal have ended up paying not a crazy amount in this current market. It's not 80 or 90. It's not 117 like Liverpool spent on Wirtz. It's a very reasonable amount that they've spent there. They've also done lots of other business, getting Madueke in there, getting Zubimendi in there, Norgard. You know, they've done very well, Arsenal. Kepa as a backup. They've done well in this window, Arsenal. Really well now. And they are definitely going to be in contention this season, you would think. Solskjaer, yes, lad. He says, I'm done with Mbeumo. Get others now. Absolutely, lad. Can we try selling Bruno again? I don't want that, personally. I think Bruno's our best player. We should look to sort of build the team around in the next few seasons. That's what I think. But then again, I could be wrong. It would have been a great time to cash in. Greedy players that don't even want to be at the club are killing us and they don't care. Why is everyone so afraid of Gyokeres? He's not that good, honestly. I'd rather Osman. Yeah, you know, I'd probably rather Osman too, but Osman just so much money. His wages are too much. But yeah, what's up there, Armin Garakian, mate? Welcome aboard. Big ups, Pig, and Beans is Man U. Yeah, nice one, man. Ollie was never at the wheel. Come on, Ollie actually was pretty good for us in hindsight. I really liked Ollie. He was good. He was good. He had us playing decent stuff, attacking football, you know. It was at times counter-attacking when we needed to against the big teams and get results. It was actually not that bad under Ollie, if we're being honest. Right, let's get on with the rest of the Man United transfer news anyway. Screw this Arsenal guff. Fair enough. You know, it's a big signing for them. They've pinched one from us there as well, because I believe if we'd have got European football, he'd have come to United. I think, didn't Fab actually tweet last season, towards the end of last season, something along the lines of, if United win the Europa League and have Champions League football, then Gyokeres joins 99%, basically. I think he said something along those lines. But because we didn't, obviously, and Arsenal have got that interested in him, they've ended up going for him and getting themselves a reasonable deal there, and they were able to entice him because of the Champions League football and the place that they're in. Very annoying, but that's it. Gyokeres, we missed out on him. No point crying over spilt milk. Now, come on, sort yourself out, though, United. Where's the reaction now? Where's the intent? All these other clubs doing business. Arsenal got their striker. Where's ours? Come on, you shithouses. Do something about it now. This is the time. We need a goalie. We need a striker. Go and make some business done. Get some business done. Give Aston Villa Garnacho, for fuck's sake. If he wants to stay in the Prem that bad, give Aston Villa Garnacho. And give us Martinez and Watkins in return. Surely there's some sort of deal that can be done there. Let's get some of these melts gone and get some new players in now. This is a piss take. So we have to have a reaction now. Other clubs doing bits. All these clubs doing bits. Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Newcastle, Liverpool. Everybody's doing bits in the window and we're not doing anything. It's a potential mare this season. We can't even get rid of players. Let's talk about this. So Marcus Rashford is still expected to be a proper target there for Barcelona. So there are reports, Sky Sports chef reporting that United are expecting an approach from Barcelona for Marcus Rashford. They're working hard behind the scenes on a deal for him. Barcelona have explored the conditions of a deal, but have yet to make official contact with United. So there is an expectation that they'll be coming in for discussions for Rashford. But the thing is, Rashford is going to be hard to sell. He's probably another loan merchant, isn't he? What do you think is going to happen, guys? Loan or sell? Do you think we'll end up selling him or do you think we'll end up loaning him? I honestly think we'll end up loaning him because I can't see Barca forking up 40 mil from right now plus 350 grand a week for a new contract. I just cannot see it. I think the more likely thing is that they cover his wages, take him on loan with a tiny little fee up front, and that's it really. Maybe with an option to buy, but it just doesn't help us right now, guys. We need sales. We need money to reinvest and buy a striker. We don't need loans. But I've got a feeling that's the only way we're going to be able to get rid of this, Mel, is a loan move. Loan. I don't think I did, Jay. Sorry, I missed it, lad. What's going on? There's a lot of comments coming in here. I don't know. I'm trying to find it. I can't see it. Jay. You're going to have to pop it in there again, lad. Loan late in the window. Loan. Yep, and Mbeumo Rashford saga's like watching Hollyoaks and Family Affairs on the bus. Oh, depressing, that. We end up doing nothing rashy to trashy. Be real. Gyokeres knows Arsenal are signing players. Well, that's it. That's the difference as well. It's not just European football. Also, intent. How are you going to do this season? If you look at United, where we finished 15th looking rubbish and not doing enough business in terms of bringing players in to convince new potential signings that we are going to be totally different, then it's very off-putting, isn't it? Whereas Arsenal and these other teams that are doing business, it's prosperous, you know. It's like a nice place to go into when there's a lot of big business happening, big signings. You know, it increases the likelihood you want to go somewhere if there's lots of exciting deals being done and they're trying to strengthen for the season. Whereas United right now, we finished 15th and we've only added Cunha, 27.5 million, terminate the contract, just sell the women's team for 300 million. Glazers don't want to invest. Loan. Yeah, Red Smoke says, big up Gyokeres, my striker, that. Fair enough. You got yourselves a good one there, I think. He could be a melt, though. Hey, Zane Miassi, here he is. Zane came in here earlier on and he said, 50 quid bet. Gyokeres scores against you on the first day of the Premier League campaign. I took that bet. From Zane. Not that it'll pay up, but I actually did take that bet from Zane. So I'm saying that he does not score against Man United on the first day of the season, lad, and I'm sticking by that. Thank you for that super sticker of the pair with the thumbs up. Do as Zane says there and smash a thumbs up on it if you're just joining us. 350 legends. You couldn't give a shit if Rashford leaves on a free? Nah, me neither, you know. Me neither, as long as there was some sort of clause that said he can't sign for a Prem team. Because last thing you'd want is to free transfer him or, you know, mutually terminate the contract and then him just go and sign for a Premier League rival. You don't want that. But I wouldn't mind getting off the books for nothing to Barca or somewhere abroad. I feel the same. Like, he's just toxic for us right now. Oh, Jay, you're going to have to put your reply in there again, lad, because I've missed it, lad. I can't find it now. We will pay in to play for Barcelona. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really make much sense, but I can only see a loan move really sort of transpiring there for him. Russell Bland, thanks for your super chat, says United can't afford to backhammer him, especially after 15th place in a disgrace in the Europa League final. No deals will be done. Next manager by Christmas. Oh, that's horrible, you know, Russell. Fair enough, though. I mean, if they don't actually give him the tools to do the job, he's not going to be able to do the job. I can't imagine he's going to get us in the European spots with the current squad. No way. It's a shit squad. We saw that last year. And we're actually just losing loads of players on top of it. So, of course, yes, Lindelof and Eriksen and Johnny Evans left. That's not what I'm talking about. What about Garnacho? Probably not playing for us again. Sancho going. Rashford not playing for us again. These players surely need to be replaced. You know, and if without replacing them, without getting new talents in there that are actually wanting to be at the club and working hard, we're just going to be probably even worse off than last season in some respects. Yes, we've got Cunha. That's great. But it doesn't help us anywhere else. That should add some goals. It should add some creativity. Maybe somebody who can take a game by the scruff of the neck and be a match winner. But other than that, you've still got melts at the back. You've still got goalkeepers who are flubber hands. You've still got issues in the team. No other striker, no striker in the team. You've still got big issues in the team. So I think, you know, he could well be getting sacked off, I suppose, and be made the scapegoat. But it wouldn't truly be his fault if he's only getting the team essentially that he had last year, plus one or two players. We couldn't expect anything much different. So I don't know what the hell our recruitment team are doing. I don't know what our club are doing. But we should certainly be doing a lot more business than we are to give Amarin the best chance to actually cook. It's pathetic so far. Zayn Miasi with another super chat. Thank you, Zayn. He says, I don't think Cunha's enough to get post-goal difference. Well, it might be enough to just get positive goal difference, right? It might be just enough. But we want more than positive goal difference. Surely we want very positive goal difference. You know, if you were ambitious and maybe added a goalkeeper who was class, like a Diogo Costa or someone, maybe that's going to save you 15 points a season and a bunch of goals in the goal difference. If you add a proper striker who's proven in the Prem, like Watkins or Visser, that could add you 15 to 20 goals. And that's going to get you a lot of points too. So it really is on us to get more players to add points. I agree with you, Zane. I don't think Cunha is enough, really, necessarily to take us out of positive goal difference. It might be. He got 15 goals last season. We were on minus 12. The difference probably be about back to zero, lad. But it's not enough, is it? It's not enough. Big ups, J.U.San. Oh, thank you so much for your super chat. He says, you asked me in a notification why I think Bryan and Mbeumo won't be coming in Man United. I answered, oh, I see what you mean. You mean he commented on a previous video and I responded to you. Yes, I know what you mean now there, Jay. Yeah, I commented back to you earlier, didn't I? Yeah. I remember now. Okay, I'll have to read that later. Nice one there, Jay. Legend. Thank you so much for the £5 super chat, by the way, J.U.San. Hero. What a don. Sander just says maybe Højlund can defend well. Well, he's probably a better defender than he is a goal scorer. Yeah. Okay, so Rashford is on the agenda. Apparently there's no animosity with Rashford, though. This is a report I saw earlier. And ultimately, I guess there is a scenario where Rashford cannot be sold or loaned out this summer. It's possible. I expect we'll be able to do a deal somewhere. But it's possible, you know, perhaps nobody wants him. Perhaps they can't afford him. Whatever the case may be, he might actually still be here for a while. But there is a report here via Pete Hall that says it's understood there's no animosity towards United from Rashford, despite him being stripped of his number 10 shirt while still being contracted. And he'd be willing to reintegrate into the group, including for the pre-season tour, if Amarim sanctions such a move. So, you know, I guess maybe Rashford, if this is to be believed, Rashford's already thinking about maybe the possibility of him not getting a move this summer away, him not getting that dream move to Barca or whatever. What if he stays? What if he's stuck here at United? He's going to have to be trying to reintroduce himself back into the side, isn't he? Otherwise, he's just going to fester away. World Cup next summer. Surely he's got to just swallow that humble pie, eat the shit sandwich of life, take the corporate cockshafting like the rest of us, and fucking get his head down and work and earn his contract, isn't he? Surely isn't that what he's going to have to do? Not that I want him to do that. I want him to go. I don't want the toxic trio in my club anymore with Sancho, Garnacho and Rashford. They're toxic melters. The three Busketeers. Do you know what I'm saying? The not the Holy Trinity, but the Holy Titties. I don't know, whatever they are. Well, I don't want them anymore. Gary1992 says, thing is, where's the service coming from? Right, okay, well, hopefully the service is going to be coming from, you know, players like Cunha and Mbeumo if we sign them. And Mbeumo, very good in terms of chance creation, got a bunch of assists. Cunha also. Like, these guys are creative players. Plus, you know, the wing-backs are going to have to start stepping up. We need some quality wing-backs, and this is another problem we've got. Dorgu could be good, but he also might be shite. You know, I think he's obviously going to be better than maybe what we've got else. Well, he's on the left there. We've got Diego Leon, but it's not enough, is it? We do need more service. We do need more goals. J.U.Son, thank you so much for gifting out a membership. It's gone to Disco Dave. The legend Disco Dave has got a free membership there. Look, Disco Dave, welcome aboard. Thank you so much, Jay. You're a legend for gifting out a membership there to Disco Dave. What a hero. Thank you, Jay. Proper Don. Big up Zayn Miasi for another super chat. Says Trump was at the match. Who did he back? Will he invite Chelsea to the White House? Maybe, actually, Zayn. He probably will, won't he? While they're out there, they might pop over there. Although it's actually, yeah, it's actually not that far away, is it? Washington, D.C. is like north of New York City, isn't it? So it's not even that far, mate. Yeah, maybe they will pop over. Maybe they will. You know what's gash is that Chelsea they get all that money to use on new players, but they also get like a gold badge on their shirt that says World Champions, and that's going to be on their shirts for the next 4 years. Gash. Sully says, I'm so sad my boy Lindelof left. He was the MVP of your backline. Yeah, I mean, if MVP means most vulnerable pussy, then yes, he was the MVP of our backline. But if you mean most valuable player, no, he was definitely not. Perhaps if he was, working for IKEA, he might be most valuable player. But as a Manchester United defender, most valuable pussy, lad. Or most vulnerable pussy. He was not great for us at the backline at all. We're not signing Jackson. The holy toxicity. Yeah, that's a good one, Marcus. That's a good one. We're not signing Nicholas Jackson, guys. Come on, calm down. Amorim would have to be smoking Louis van Gaal's and Erik ten Hag's previous Amsterdam special stash if he's going to do that. I just can't see that happening. Anyway, Rashford, hopefully he's not integrated back into the side. Hopefully he's sold. Hopefully he can generate some cash so we can buy a new player. We need a striker. We need a goalkeeper. There's no animosity, apparently, from Rashford. I find that hard to believe. He's had the number 10 stripped from him, for Pete's sake. His number's taken away. Surely he's not getting reintroduced back into the team. Surely not. On to Garnacho, another Melter player that we want to get rid of. There's a report from Mike McGrath coming out earlier that says that Alejandro Garnacho has rejected a move to Al Nassr. Cristiano Ronaldo's team had initial discussions to be part of SBL title challenge, but Garnacho wants to stay in Europe. Okay, so I reckon this is just a bullshit story, to be honest, this one. Because I reckon if Al Nassr did go in for him, he loves Cristiano Ronaldo so much he'd probably be frothing at the proverbial gash to go over there and play alongside Ronaldo again. So, I don't know, but apparently he wants to stay in England. Perhaps Chelsea's the one now. Maybe Chelsea do buy him. They sold Madueke, they've got money, they've just won the Club World Cup. Maybe Chelsea's the team. But if they want him, they're going to have to pay 60 to 70 million quid, please, Chelsea, you scumbags. Yeah, shite Garnacho, absolutely, yeah. The Thornster, thank you so much for your super chat. He says Chelsea win the Club World Cup. We should be in. United disgrace. That's it, mate. That's it. Go back 20 years. That's it. We would be the ones. But as of right now, we're miles away. Chelsea have actually done all right this season now, haven't they? When you think about it, they've had a great season financially as well. Goodness me, they must be loving it. They won the Conference League. They are qualified for the Champions League next season via the league. They also won the Club World Cup. I mean, they've had a cracking season. Maresca's, to be fair to him, he's done brilliantly. And they just got it bang on tonight, tactically and performance-wise. They were very good. Fair play to them. But yeah, it is shite, mate. They're leaps ahead again now with the financials. Leaps ahead again. Not only have they signed loads of players already this summer and improved, but now they've got an extra $150 million or whatever it is in order to do some more strengthening. What do you get when you cross a pig and a zebra? Go on. Big Ruben wants runners only. I don't know. I'm not so sure about that, that lad. I'm not so sure about that. I think he wants some technicians as well. But yeah, he does obviously he wants his players to be able to press and be mobile. That's fair. But he also wants the technicalities as well. We will be relegated next season. These owners are shit. Is there any news on the Rashford apology? Don't think so, Jamie. Not yet, lad. Not yet, bro. Tommy Boyle, we've been linked with Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Senny Lamens. Yeah, the young goalkeeper is apparently a super young keeper and he's 10 mil cheaper than Martinez. Nice one, Tommy, lad. Yes. So I've heard that link as well. It's an interesting one. Lamens, yeah. Also, there's Carnesecchi. There's, who else is there? There's Chevalier. There's a good few links, actually. I just hope we get somebody there. Maybe it does make sense to get one of these younger keepers who could potentially play backup for Andre. It's not what I want. I want somebody like Acosta to come in and be our number one. But I'd still rather somebody else who might turn out to be better than Andre coming in this window than nobody. Anto CFC says we won it all. Oh, yeah, you have done, haven't you? Yeah, you cheated. You ate all those titles as well. Looking oil money, disgraceful fucking, Russian death money paying for that basically previously, lad. And you know it. I do know it. But fair enough. Yeah, Van Gaal got cancer. I want to say my thoughts and prayers out to him. Absolutely, Dad. Definitely. Goodness me, Louis van Gaal, what an absolute legend, man. I know he was struggling with that a couple of years ago. I was hoping he'd beaten it, but is that still the case, is it? Much love to Louis van Gaal, man. Absolute legendary manager. What striker would I bring in? Okay, honestly, I would take Visser off of Brentford, lad. You know, there's no way that they can keep hold of him. He's going to go somewhere anyway. He's got 1 year left on his contract. He's available for 25 to 40 million quid because of that. If somebody, a big club, came knocking with a bigger contract, he's not going to want to stay there. It makes their position very hard for him to stay. He also has a good link with Mbeumo. So I think, you know, if you get both of them, that would be brilliant. And then, as I've said, maybe give him Højlund in return. Who cares? Just give him somebody in return. Get them off our books. They can get a player. It's not the worst situation there, is it, really? Oh, man, news this weekend. Oh, man, let's get some love hearts in there for Louis van Gaal, guys. I've missed that. Much love to Louis van Gaal, an absolute legend. Listen to me, fat man. My name is Louis van Gaal. I like my players to be horny. What an absolute hero. What happened to the world-famous Man United Academy? Precisely. Our recruitment's gasher than it was, our network's gasher than it was, our scouting network, and our ability to bring in these young players is not great either. I mean, we're trying to do that now. We're going out there, we're buying young players and stuff, but it's not the best. Where's the next class of 92, you know? Possible to fall out of love with my football club. I feel you, Thornster. It's getting pretty painful here, lad. The owners have just taken all the joy out of it. Gyokeres or Osman, couldn't give a shit now. Being treated like business than a football club. Yeah, that's it. The Glazers shithouses 18 years ago set a horrible precedent buying this football club with debt money, lad. And now Ineos have got into bed with them. It's ridiculous. Milinkovic-Savic is a great shout. Goalkeeper-wise, if we had any ambition, we'd go get Diogo Costa, guys. That's the one for me. Who's the one for you? But I like Diogo Costa. He would probably cost 50 million, though. But that should be doable if we were to sell Rashford, Garnacho and Sancho, but we just haven't been able to do that. Richard Rios would be a nice addition as well, absolutely. You felt for Ten Hag? What did you feel for Ten Hag? Ten Hag felt for Ten Hag. What do you feel for Ten Hag? Ten Hag's a tit, mate. Ten Hag is the one who's responsible for this football club being in the shit-stained moment that we are. Ten Hag is nothing short of an absolute complete Dutch conehead melt job who has stitched this football club up for years, lad. De Gea gone, all the rest of it. Goodness me, the players he's brought in, it's a joke. He doesn't even have the common courtesy to buy any of those players back from us. J.U. Son, thank you for the £5 super chat again, Jay. Diego Leon and Mateus Cunha will hopefully improve Man United. Yeah, I mean, certainly Mateus Cunha will. I'm sure of that. I really rate him. I think he's had a great last couple of seasons, you know, for Wolves. And Diego Leon looks a real talent. But again, how are they going to adapt? How's he going to do in the Prem? How's he going to do for Manchester United? That's the question. I mean, I do have this actually from in regards to Erik Ten Hag and Antony. So, you know, we've talked about this previously. Why is Erik Ten Hag not interested in these players? Obviously, they're on quite big money, but they've just got a big windfall over there at Leverkusen. Surely he wants to strengthen with his good old mates. You know, his job's for the boyos. And there are reports here actually coming out tonight. This is from Travella. Look, I don't really have a clue what this source is, or if it's any good or not. It probably isn't. We know that there's interest from Real Betis in regards to Antony, and they're just trying to scrape money together to try and reach an agreement with Man United. There is expectations there'll be negotiations taking place in the coming days for that. However, Bayer Leverkusen apparently are now in talks to sign Manchester United's Antony. Besides Leverkusen, Real Betis want him back after a successful loan. Two other major clubs, one in Italy and another in Germany, are also interested in signing Antony. So I really hope this is true. I hope that it's Bayer Leverkusen that takes him. I would love to see that. I know he wants to go back to Betis and maybe they can't quite afford him, but even if they can, I just hope that Bayer Leverkusen's the one, because I want Erik Ten Hag to give us some of our bloody money back. Give me back my money. I want him to give some of this money back to Manchester United that he's stolen from us. Stolen. And if he can maybe buy Antony back for 35 million, you know, he goes and gets his golden child that he signed already twice in his career, bringing him over from Brazil to Ajax, and again from Ajax to Manchester United. He's already signed him twice. Why not make it 3 times? Let's get this cash back off of our books. Exactly. We want a refund. Where's the receipt? No, seriously though, we paid, 85 million for this guy, an insane amount of cash. Look, why wouldn't he want this guy at a cut price? We're talking about less than half price for Antony Dos Gastos. He already saw it fit to pay 85 million. I know he's not the ones in charge of recruitment, but he would have certainly had a say in whether or not to allocate that much of his transfer funds for the Antony signing when he was here. So he's already spent 85 million on him previously. Surely 35 million is too good to turn down for this twat. So let's just hope that this Dutch conehead mofo, Erik Ten Hag, comes back in there for Antony Dos Santos and signs him for Bayer Leverkusen and gives us a bit of money to be able to buy a striker or a goalie. Surely Betis' deal is a no-go financially. That's the problem there, isn't it? Yeah, I would have said Leverkusen would be tricky usually if it wasn't for all their money from that Vert sale, and obviously new manager coming in, they're expected to spend. Antony was shite at Ajax. Well, he was okay at Ajax, but he wasn't tremendous. If you look at the stats, they're not amazing. You think Cunha Antony will work? Where's Cunha? Where's Antony going to be playing though, Barbary? I can't see Antony really playing as a number 10. I also can't really see Antony playing as a right wing back. I guess he could play right wing back, but I just don't really think he's got that in his locker. Antony gives him his dues. He's done well for Betis. Let's hope we can sell him, continue his career. Yeah, good luck to him. He seems a good character. I've always thought he's a hard-working player. He's just gash. Live Man United updates. We haven't signed anyone since June. Yep, 41 days we've been negotiating for Mbeumo. Lewis Joshua, thank you so much for the super sticker of the cool guy emoji. Legend. Thank you so much for getting in there with that, lad. Appreciate you. Yeah, I know. Well, we should have certainly paid to 65 million up front. Do you think it's best we don't know the final fee for Mbeumo because either way fans will be frustrated? Nah, I mean, not really. I think we have a right to know. We have a right to know how incompetent our owners are. And ultimately, if they end up paying 70 for him, we'll know they're super incompetent and just greedy bastards who were prepared to take months to negotiate to squeeze the deal down, but ended up having to pay full whack anyway and wasting everyone's time. But just to maybe save 600k not paying Mbeumo's wages for a month. Scumbags. So we'll know that, won't we? We need to know the amount, lad. We need to know the amount. Yeah. Milton Delgado Agume was up for 8 million about 3 weeks ago. Now we've heard about 20 million price. No, I haven't heard anything about that myself, actually. Disco Dave says, looking very unlikely we're going to sell anyone this window, pig. Bullshit loan moves at best. Completely agree, Disco Dave, sadly. I think loans are the way. Maybe we can sell one or two. Maybe Antony. Maybe Garnacho. But most of them, I think, are going to be loans. Sancho, I can't see him going. I mean, there are reports here. Look, there's a report here from Sky Sports in Italy that says Juventus have offered Man United 8.65 million plus bonuses to take Jadon Sancho off their hands. So, last week I told you it sounded like it was too good to be true. I mean, maybe it was still materialised. But when we were talking, there was reports about Sancho going to Juventus maybe for 25 million. I just can't imagine anybody would be prepared to pay that for him and then his wages on top that he demands. So I just can't see value in a Sancho sale. Maybe it'll be another loan move. Yeah, another loan move for Sancho as well, as we've discussed. Okay, so that's very annoying. Russell Bland, thanks for another super chat. Russell says, controversial, but he can play, not 85 million player. He's not a bad player. He showed that at Betis in the right system with the right sort of, maybe the right levels of pressure, i.e. it's a lot easier to play for Real Betis than it is for Man United. Betis aren't challenging up there. They're not one of the huge clubs. It's not Barca. It's not Real. Their expectations are limited. It's a lot more freeing to be able to play for them than it is for Man United. Remember that. He is a good player. He did do well at Betis, but it's not Man United. I need players who can do well at United here, Shopping at Farm Foods, yeah. Sancho from 80 million to 8 million. What a fall. That's crazy, isn't it? I know. Gary, thanks again for your super chat. You guys are going absolutely ham out there tonight on the old Dono train. Look at this. Shout out to all the super chatters. Gary92 getting his say in there as well again. Cheers, Gary. He says, answer me this. If Erik ten Hag was in charge of that Fenian, do you think he'd still lose last? That Fenian, that final, sorry. Oh. I thought you meant Fenian, like a Scottish. What's that? What does Fenian mean in Scottish? Sorry. Final, mate. Yeah, final, not Fenian. I don't know. Anyway, answer me this. If Erik ten Hag was in charge of that final, do you think you'd still last? Mate, I don't know, boss. I honestly don't know, there, Gary. I've got to say no. Even though he won the previous finals, I've got to say no. Ruben Amorim shat it in that final. He really did. He did not do well in terms of how he managed the game, how he set them up, the tactics, the in-game management. He did not do well. And I know Ten Hag did for us previously in a couple of finals, but I still feel like he was a melter and got it wrong most of the time. You called it with Sancho. I did. I just didn't really think that it would be worth the 25 million for anybody to pay him that, unless he was to take a pay cut. Russell says he's not a bad player. By the way, guys, I'll say it again. If you're new to the show here tonight, get yourself subscribed. We're on here daily with the United News. We do a lunchtime news show around about 1 p.m. We also do a evening show around about 10 p.m. with the latest transfer news and goings on. We cover it every day in a no bullshit way. So get yourself subscribed to the channel if you're new. It's free to subscribe. Click the red button down below and smash a like. Legends. Lewis Joshua, thank you for your super chat, lad. He says super chat for a legend called Pig. Oh, bless you, Lewis. Pig, thank you for all you do for us, United fans on here. Keep up the good work. Love to you, bro. Oh, mate. That's just beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful words there from Louis Joshua. Please rain down some love for Lewis. Thank you, Lewis. That's lovely words. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much indeed. Hero. Absolute hero. Sancho's wages. Yes, that's the issue. Sancho is a gash bag. Sancho and Antony in the 10% club. Oh, right. There you go. Northern Ireland. See, I don't know. I just heard it somewhere. I didn't know what that was. Fucking hell. Bloody hell. Just admit it. We will not be signing anyone beside Cunha. We will not be selling anyone too. I'm not admitting that, Andrew. I have to think that we're going to sell one player, even if it's just Antony. You know, even if it's just 30 million, I think we can sell one player. We're not probably going to be able to sell Sancho, Garnacho, and Rashford. That's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be a loan move for Sancho. It's probably going to be a loan move for Rashford. We may be able to sell Garnacho, but that's where I'm out of it, Andrew. I still think we'll sell one or two, though. That's my honest opinion. But probably not till later on in the window. Ian Navarro, yes, mate. If only this club would have the bollocks to ship out the melts on high wages. We're asking other clubs to pay stupid money. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the thing is, I guess what they don't want to do is like reach a mutual termination agreement with Rashford and then he goes and signs for Villa for free. You know, because then it's just helping out them, isn't it? We don't really want that. If somebody wants him, surely they got to pay something for him, even if it's just a token fee, like 25 million. You know, it's better than a kick in the anus, isn't it? How many goals will Onana concede next season? I don't even want to think about that, but a lot, Jamie. Okay, let's continue with the rest of the news. Thank you, Paul of the Red. Appreciate that. Hope you and Wayne are good. 25 million max for Antony. Our so-called stars are not only looked for their football skills, but now baggage they bring. Yep, fair point as well. I mean, Antony did some good to trying to change the overall position of his career, though, didn't he, at Betis? For a few months, he played well. He helped himself there, showed he was a good player. Certainly for a team like Betis would be interested in. They just can't really afford him. Oh, Johnny says, what happened to saying Spurs would sweat in the final? Best thing I could do is get Big Ange. Oh, fucking forget that, lad. Forget Big Flange, lad. 22 games lost last season for Big Flange with Spurs' squad. I know they had a lot of injuries, but that is shit, isn't it? How long do you think the club will give Amorim? Oh, I've got to say at least until January. I've got to think at least until then. But it really does depend. If we lose the first 7 games and we're down at the bottom of the table, he'll probably get sacked after 7 games. You know, it is a results industry. Nice one, Kim. Will Casemiro stay or go? I think he's staying. Yeah, he's got a good contract at United. He's still good. He's come back looking sharp and physically lean. He looks quite good. Hopefully he's going to be good for us. Oh, João Pedro, mate, especially. What a performance, yeah. Get them off the wage bill, sack Rashford. Irish, it means warrior, does it really, Rob Hugh? A nice one. Predictions for week 1 against Arsenal. I'm predicting 1-0 to Man United. Come on, United! I would Alex Savage, but I'd replace... would you replace Onana with Milenkovic-Savic? I would, but I'd also replace Onana with Alex Savage. And I've never seen you play Alex. So... that's not really saying too much because I'd replace him with basically anyone. Even this guy, look at this, look at this. So obviously, look, there's a report here as well in regards to Kovar, Matej Kovar from Bayer Leverkusen. Manchester United has the option to match a €7 million offer to re-sign Matej Kovar from Bayer Leverkusen. Smash a yes in the chat if you think we should re-sign Matej Kovar, guys. You know, again, a young player, cheap, you know, cheap player, dirt cheap. What really can go wrong there? I'm not saying he's going to be ready to be number 1, but I'm just saying right now we've got Andre Onana as a goalkeeper, for fuck's sake. Surely we have to do some bits. Yeah, that's right. How can we keep sacking managers? I agree they haven't, but they're scapegoating. I believe Amorim is a proper bloke. Like, he's the sort of manager I want. Somebody who says it how it is, right? I don't think the owners will necessarily like how he says it. Look at what they did with Ragnick and stuff. As soon as somebody starts actually talking the truth, they sack him off. And Amorim's the type of guy to say, you know, this is the worst Man United side ever and all that sort of stuff. He's a realist. But he needs to be backed. And if he's not backed, it's not his fault. It's not his fault at all if he doesn't get this team to be able to do the job. He needs the players to do the job for him. They look to be frank. They're really not helping him. 7 million do it. I know it's only 7 million. Yes, got to be better than Onana. Let's see Vitek first. Fair enough. You don't know how we had him before, academy kid. I remember Kovar playing for us previously, right? Everyone hit the like button. Thank you, Alex Savage. Appreciate that. We've smashed 200 likes. Ooh. Thank you for everyone who's hit the likes there. It helps the channel out. It's free and it helps us compete with clickbait wankers. Thank you. You actually have no faith in Amorim? You know, I don't think we can really judge him just yet. It's very harsh. What he was doing before coming to United was very good. But obviously what he's done at United is gash. But it's not necessarily his fault. The club's toxic from the top down and the players are absolutely rancid, lad. Your 10-year-old nephew's better than Onana. He's had more clean sheets from his previous season than Onana. 1 silverware, so I still think we get a trophy of some sort. Fair enough. Get Glazers and Ineos out. Well said, well said, well said. Okay, let's continue with the rest of this then. Nicholas Jackson has chances to leave Chelsea this summer after Donny Madueke. Yes or no, guys? Would you take Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea? It's a firm no from me, Carol. So, did I already ask you that today? Maybe I did, guys. I don't know. Ignore that anyway. I can't be asked to talk about Nicholas Jackson. I really don't think that's going to happen. I don't want him. You don't want him. Nobody wants him. Amarin doesn't want him. His own mother doesn't want him. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm sorry, Mrs. Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your son cry. I apologize a million times. No, but seriously though, Miss Jackson, that's not for me. Okay, also, just the Mbeumo news, not news, there is no news. Let me go check the latest Twitter updates, actually, see if there's anything live that's come through during this show from any of the big dog journalists here in regards to Mbeumo. No, Chelsea shite, Trump shite, Chelsea shite, Trump shite, Chelsea shite, Club World Cup shite, Chelsea shite, Trump shite, Chelsea shite, Club World Cup shite, Chelsea shite, Maresca shite, Cole Palmer shite, Club World Cup shite. Yeah, there's nothing there in regards to Manchester United tonight for any more news, really. But the latest from Mbeumo earlier on today was just kind of the latest in every regard, which was United remain optimistic about signing Mbeumo. An improved offer expected soon, with one source suggesting it could arrive this week. Brentford are thought to value the player at around £65 million. And also, Fab's last update was that United remain in active talks for Bryan Mbeumo also this weekend, hopeful to get green light by the end of next week. The player maintains his word he wants to join Man United, not entertaining talks with other clubs. Okay, so that's just the latest on Mbeumo. Look, we are pathetic. We have to get this done now. This is just ridiculously silly. It's the most ridiculous saga, 41 days to sign a Brentford player. This is not De Jong at Barca. You know, it's crazy how we weren't able to just pay a little bit extra up front to sweeten the deal. We're always trying to just scrimp things down, especially with these Ineos melts in charge now. You know, there's a lot of scrimping going on. That was a raw comment, says Disco Dave. I don't even know what did I say? I don't even know what I said now. Moisey Keane rejects transfer move. Oh, really? Not at all. Watkins on loan if Villa are up for it, but I think they would want a straight sale. They probably would, Lewis. I think we should look at doing something with them, though. You know, maybe they can have one or two of our players. I think Villa would want a couple of our cast-offs. I don't know who, but maybe Garnacho. Yeah, maybe Garnacho. If not him, then surely Rashford is still of interest to them. Now, I know they can't afford him. Wages are insane. But I'm just saying, if they were to scratch our back and let us have Ollie Watkins and let us have Martinez, maybe we can just give him Rashford for not a lot of money. And then, yeah, the wages, we can maybe even contribute some of his wages. It's if they give us what we need. Trump was not understanding nothing that was happening on the pitch, right? Yeah. Give us a break. The Mbeumo stuff's just rinse and repeat. It is horrible, isn't it, KJ? Yeah. I'm not going to talk about it a long time. I just wanted to, you know, mention it. But it's not happened tonight again. There is no here we go. They will sign him on Wednesday when the new kit is out. I totally agree with you, Deggy. Yeah, it'll be long and white by the time we get him. Optimistic after 40-plus days. Are they taking the piss? I know. Groundhogford. Why spend 7 million on a keeper we have? It's like, hey, fair enough, organised chaos. I'm just saying I think that Kovar might be a bit more experienced. You know, he's actually gone away from us and played and got proper experience. So, yeah, fair enough. You would love Ollie. Well, I think if we're going to sign a keeper, we should sign a number one anyway, not a number two. That's crazy. Why would we sign somebody who's probably not even going to replace Onana? If we're going to sign a goalie, it needs to be someone in contention for the number one spot, ideally to replace Andre Onana. Yeah, I'd love Ollie Watkins too. This club will announce him when that shit kit comes out. You're probably right. Onana's absolutely awful. No idea how he became a professional. You see better keepers in pub football matches. Yeah, there you go. I know. He is quite error-prone. Malacia can go there. Malacia is another one, Frank, we need to get rid of. We'll take a few million for him. Imagine what United would have been like playing in this tournament. We'd have been out pretty early, I think, with this shit team. David May would currently reject a move to United. Snail FC, yeah. Don't forget to hydrate. I'm actually getting pretty dry there, actually. Thanks for telling me that, Elliot. That's good. Thank you, Elliot. I'm not buying any shit from the club either, Jamie. I'm totally with you, lad. Boycott the merch. Boycott the Glazer shithouses, lad. I totally agree with you, you know, Jamie. Right, let me just go over and shout out everyone that's reposted us on X. Thank you so much, everyone that's reposted us on X. We'll shout you all out. Then I'm going to just run down what we discussed in this stream for anybody who's just joined. Then we'll have a bit of a Q&A. So we've had 6 reposts. Thank you so much to the legends here for giving us a repost. We've had a repost from Ashley Vogt, the Butcher of Manchester, Paul Nangle, Vincent Bullock, MUFC Brummy Reds, and John Boy Cat. Thank you so much for all you legends for that. Right, okay, let's do a rundown of the stream so far. If you just joined us, we were just talking about Mbeumo. Nothing's changed there, still the same situation. Gyokeres to Arsenal is now basically done. It's an agreement in principle now reached for Viktor Gyokeres' move to Arsenal. This is via David Ornstein earlier on, who broke the news that Sporting Lisbon confirm agreement in principle reached for Viktor Gyokeres' switch to Arsenal. Deal worth €63.5 million guaranteed, plus €10 million add-ons, and 27-year-old Sweden striker's representative waives fee to help facilitate move from Sporting. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? Arsenal getting that deal done, seemingly, and he probably will be playing against us first day of the campaign in the Premier League, which is Gesh. Hopefully he has a stinker of a season and a stinker of a game against us on day one. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. Thank you, Rob Always United, for your super chat here, lad. Bit cooler tonight, Piggy, mate. It's a little bit, isn't it? I hear that tomorrow's going to be much cooler. 28.6. Yes, it's gone down, mate. I think this is the first time it's gone down during a show from when we started for a long time. Nice one, Rob. Thank you so much for that, Rob. Appreciate you, my son. I'll thank you for shouting us out on Facebook as well, Lewis. Every little helps. Thank you very much. Can I buy a shirt from Elliot Express? AliExpress? Yeah, exactly. Don't need to buy one of those Glazer shithouses. I'm actually not Craig White. I know I've been slacking big time. It's just very hot in this room, and I can't be asked doing a 2.5 hour, 3 hour FIFA stream, but I will tomorrow night, mate, when it's cooler. We're going to do a champ stream tomorrow night, 100%. Footy stream, you know what I mean? Nice one, Rob, lad. Thank you for that. Jonathan Lemon says, boycott, I won't buy new home kit. Even I do want one until Glazers and Ineos are out. Let's get a hashtag Glazios out. Definitely. Reminding he's calling out, he said he was linked to him. Effing fraud, all right, yeah. Could join EastEnders as Sonny Jackson's long-lost trumpet playing half-brother Samuel. Wow. If Gyokeres scores against Man United in Game 1, I can't wait to see your reaction. I just don't think he's going to do it, mate, but he might. You know, Arsenal will create chances. He's up there. If he's up there, he might bang one, you know, it could happen. Finally, after weeks of dithering and faffing around, he'll probably score against Onana. True, yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, Melanie Gyokeres, Viktor Gyokeres' grandmother, would probably score against Onana. Chelsea made some questionable decision signings, but you can't deny the determination. Shit, I forgot to do the rundown before I got into the comments there. Hang on. So Gyokeres to Arsenal, yeah, nice one, that's done, whatever, pretty much. Expectation of it being done anyway, because there's an agreement in principle. Barcelona still expected to go in for Rashford. That's on the cards. Some sort of bid, maybe a loan move, who knows. Should be happening this week in terms of talks. Also reports that Rashford has no animosity towards United for stripping him of the number 10 shirt. Garnacho rejects the Saudi move, apparently. Antony is wanted perhaps by Ten Hag at Leverkusen. Reports coming out saying that Leverkusen are in talks with United for Antony. That'd be nice if Ten Hag gave us a little bit of cash back. There's reports of Kovar switch from Bayer Leverkusen there. United have an option to match a €7 million offer to re-sign Matic Kovar from Bayer Leverkusen there. That's another thing. Juventus also apparently have only offered €8 million plus bonuses to take Jadon Sancho off of Manchester United. So not the €25 million that we're hearing. This is from Sky Sports in Italy anyway, who say that they've only offered 8.6 million plus bonuses. Absolute shambles. Right then, let's get stuck into the live chat, guys. Thank you everyone for getting in the stream tonight. Hit that like button one last time. Give us a massive like. Hit the subscribe button. We're on here daily. Get involved and have your say. Let's have a chat. Legends. Yeah, Bukkake by Ineos. Oh my God. No, that wouldn't happen, Pig, because Nana... Do you know what, actually? Do you know what? I'm a complete hypocritical prick. Do you know why? Check this out. I'm even worse. I'm the complete scumbag, I am, when it comes to this, right? Check this out. This is awful. I feel embarrassed, actually. I feel embarrassed, guys. So, I needed some hand sanitizer from Boots, right? I could have bought any brand of hand sanitizer. But what brand did I buy? What brand did I buy, guys? What brand? I bought an Ineos hand sanitizer. How much of a scumbag am I? Goodness me. I did need some hand sanitizer, guys. You know what I mean? We have our own pound save Gyokeres and Rasmus. We should bring Matic back ASAP. Rest in peace. Oh, Jaden, I know. I still can't believe that, man. I think it's a classy move by Liverpool retiring the 20 shirt. You know, fair play, man. That's it's crazy, isn't it? Because he was like, what was it? He scored there. He scored the goal that won them the 20th title, basically, and he was the number 20. So it only seems right, really. But yeah, man, I still can't believe that he's gone, mate. That's crazy. And also his brother as well, obviously. Andre Silva. Amorim or Arteta sacked by Christmas? Probably going to be Amorim out of the two of them, isn't it? If I had to choose one. You know, if I had to choose one, it'd probably be them. No FIFA again, Pig. You must be shite in bed. Lazy sod. Man United, baby. This is the third stream I've done today, mate. I did a nice hour and 20-minute lunchtime stream there with the transfer news earlier on today. We did a cheeky Club World Cup watch-along. And then I've come on here and I'm doing another transfer news show straight after the Club World Cup watch-along. So you know what you can do, Man United, baby? You can go down the shop, mate. You can buy 6 free-range eggs. You can boil them up real nice and then you can suck on an egg, mate. That's what you can do. Wrexham may as well put a cheeky bid in for Sancho. Oh. Arsenal fans don't seem impressed with the last 2 signings. No, we got an effing ghost up front. Literally. Nivea. Yeah, boycott the stream. That's it. We've been Ineos around here, mate. Oh, no. We need a sanitizer at the club, actually, to get rid of all the viruses, such as Rashford and Sancho. I don't know, you know, Adam. I'm not too sure on the latest on the Gibbs-White situation. Channel compromised. You'd rather have filthy hands, fair play to you, Matt Girk. I respect that. You're a scumbag, don't you know? What a scummy man. Give him half a chance. I bet he'll rob you if he can. Oh, he's a scumbag, don't you know? Could be worse. I bought a bottle of Coke with Ruben's name on it. Company. Oh, you know, crazy that he got that big job at Bayern, but yeah, fair play to that. No, FIFA, you lazy son. All right, steady on. We've already gone over this. That bottle has just helped us fund the Mbeumo deal. Cheers, Pig. Thank you, Warbso. Yes, I know, that's it. Exactly, I'm contributing, lad. We're getting Mbeumo done with this Ineos bottle there. You want a swap deal Højlund for Beast Osserman? Come on. Or Garnacho as well, Jonathan could make it happen. What about Garnacho and Højlund? 2 for the price of 1. Your hand's still filthy. No worries. Ineos sanitizer. Piggy's on a promise. Whereas Kurt Gunter? Kurt Gunter's enjoying his summer off. He said he's got no interest in any transfer news guff. I don't blame him because, look, we've been talking about Mbeumo for 41 days, guys. What fucking good has it done for us? You know, he might as well just come back at the start of the season, really, once we've actually, you know, got a team together again. Send it back. Hope you kept the receipt. Response from this club would be buying Osserman. I agree, Jamie. That is an ambitious move, wouldn't it? That would be it. You know, try and palm off Garnacho to Napoli, pay 25 mil for Osserman plus Garnacho, get him in there, eat the wages. But then again, it's also taken a bit of a reckless way of doing it because of the wages that he wants. He apparently would want 375 grand a week, which is just crazy. Disco Dave says Gyokeres will feel huge pressure of being an expensive striker at Arsenal. I believe he will struggle. Yeah, well, I hope you're right, Disco Dave. It would be great if he really did struggle at Arsenal because it is a different scenario to United there. You know, he's expected to come in and be like their missing piece, isn't he? And if he's not, soon the pressure could mount and the flop could happen. Maybe that's the way to Ineos buying Mbeumo hand sanitizer. We need bleach at the club, egg on your face, Vardy incoming. I wouldn't say no for a season-long deal, lad. I really wouldn't. I like him a lot. Glazer cleansing beach. Are you playing FBL? I definitely will be setting it up again for this season. Definitely, yeah. Watch this space. I think they approached him there's some way in the way that they've signed him. They're not happy about it, like basically tapping up. You know, like they've tapped him up, mate, apparently. Who knows, you know, negotiations in a clandestine fashion behind closed doors, that sort of thing. I don't really know. Steady on there, Adam. Ineos hand sanitizer now. Fuck that, rather just wash my hands with soap instead of that infected shite. Yeah, no, fair play to you, lad. I'm with you there. You would take Ndidi now. Osserman wants a fortune, they won't do it. No, they won't pay that money. If Osserman was prepared to come for 250 grand a week, I think they'd do it. But not with 375k, nor should we do it, really. I said it previously this summer. We should actually not sign players who want more than 200 grand a week right now. We need to get rid of that whole problem with our wage structure. We need to make sure the Sancho situation, the Rashford situation, never happens again. Even the Casemiro situation. I like Cassie and I think he'd be probably a decent part of the squad this season, but he's on far too much money from what he should be. So, you know, that situation's crazy. Yeah, there you go, Dino, as well, even more because of tax. There you go. So it's just not going to happen, is it? They're not going to be able to give Osimhen what he wants. You hope the Glazers haven't got their name on any medical or health products? They probably do, but it's probably for, like, I don't know, carcinogens. Christian Mosquera is expected to become a new Arsenal player in the next days. Oh, my God. They're buying all sorts of players, aren't they, there, Andre? Maybe Onana's used too much Ineos. What's he moved to China there, Big Tony Rockets lad? Yes, we did do a show for a while. Then we had a little bit of a falling out. Now we've made up again, but he's out in China, mate. So yeah, he's a busy man, family man. Dare you send him an email saying this hand sanitizer, he's absolutely rubbish, just like Rasmus winning up front. It's a total letdown. Any chance of a refund? Love that, Vincent. Oh, it's absolutely rubbish, just like Rasmus Højlund up front. Mate, I've got to go on Amazon or wherever and just post a review saying just that. That's brilliant. What about Sesko? Too much money. I think Leipzig want 80 to 100 million. It's too much money. Vardy at Sunderland, that'd be a good pickup for them. How much of a bullet did we dodge with Gyokeres? Oh, not a big bullet. I think he'll probably be quite good. Honestly, I think he will be quite good. And if Amorim had got him, I'd have been feeling really good about it because he's an Amorim player. So honestly, I think he'll do quite well for them. I'm just hoping he's not amazing for them. Hopefully he's more, hopefully he's more like Moreno than he is Henry. Let's just say that. Hopefully he's not too good. Onana now a member of the Luke Shaw Injuries Club, complete with crutches and frame. Arsenal will shit when Gyokeres is lower league striker. Let's hope so. Let's hope he flops. Players are greedy pricks. They are these days, yeah. They really are. What's that, Robert? You what? Spending 6 million on Onana 2.0. John Victor, you can't really go wrong for that price, can you? If he's meant to be a good keeper, it's not much of a punt, is it? Yeah, heaven help the jam window. Deggy says, breaking news, Ineos taking a quote as their sanitation products make things dirtier than they were before. Oh, much better than Onana. 6'5" agile, makes reflex saves low and high. He must be better than Onana because he's a living, breathing human being. And Onana's maybe the worst keeper ever. The Glazers have got window fitters. Yeah, you remember that, superstar. You're one of the OGs then. You're one of the OGs. Rather have Janet from and will be a better striker than Højlund off of EastEnders. Josh King off the Cottagers. Well, it's an interesting shout, Mustard. I think we need to be a bit more ambitious, but we could still do worse. Mateta's a good shout, Johnny. I wouldn't say no either, but I believe he would cost 60 million. That's what I've heard anyway. Hopefully not, but Gyokeres is Watkins level, as I said it. Watkins, good player, mate. Watkins definitely a good player. Rejected Amorim, what's that tell you? Arsenal got 63.5 deal, yeah, with an extra 10 million as well down the line in add-ons, but it's a total 73.5 million euro deal. But that's like what, 65 million pounds? Dude, Ian Navarro. Do you know what? Sorry, guys, I haven't done a Timo Shafter for a couple of weeks. It's been a while. I've been melting, but I'm definitely going to do more Timos. Yeah, Timo Shafter, more like getting shafted, pig. What you on about playing bloody FIFA, mate? Can't even sell Ghana, lad. What you on about, piggy? Move, lad. Ian Navarro. No, I'm just saying it's too hot to sit in here for hours playing FIFA in this heat, mate. It's too hot to stream, mate, really. Look at me, I'm sweating. I don't know if you can see my moist face, but I'm moist. I'm really moist. It's like it's too much for several hours. Rather have Janet from EastEnders and she'll score on the Højlund. Thank you for that, by the way, Ian Navarro. Right, I'm going to read a few more of your comments out, guys. Get your thoughts, and I'll read a few more out. Keep smashing the likes. Can we smash 300 likes? We're nearly at 300 likes. Hit the thumbs up. Help us get to 300. Also, get yourself subscribed. We'll be back on here tomorrow lunchtime. Hopefully before then, if there's any big breaking news. Nice, we've hit 91,350 subscribers. Let's go. Gyokeres will become Ricky Van Wolfswinkel. That's what I'm hoping, lad. Yes. At least tonight, PSG have finally been brought down to earth with a huge bump. That was a crazy win by Chelsea. Isaac, I know we don't have the money really. Where all our money's used for Mbeumo, and they haven't sold anyone. And I think they're intending to generate cash by selling players, and we haven't done. You literally use stats to produce a stat chart comparison against the non. It's embarrassing how much better John Victor is. Well, fair enough. I mean, it's hard to really compare because obviously he's doing it in the Brazilian league, isn't he? But fair enough. Yeah, 64 million. Ekatike or Easy still available. Good shouts, Links Red. Nothing wrong with those signings either. Most they're very expensive, but they'd be good signings, definitely. Warwick Davis up front. Visser is still available, Elliot. There's apparent interest from Nottingham Forest. There's apparent interest from Spurs. But as of right now, he is still available. Garnacho is such an annoying little shit. Yes, he is. Ekatike, it's too much money. I don't want to spend that much money on one single player right now anyway. Other than Mbeumo, which, we're going to get done probably for about 65 mil. Other than that, I think we should be looking to sign 2 players for that amount. We should be looking to get a goalie for 30 mil and a striker for 40 mil. Wonder how Sir Alex Ferguson feels. Oh, mate, he must be absolutely flipping out about how shite we've been. You knew Onana was shit. Should have kept him at Inter, 100%. Nice, mate. We are on the road to 100k, I know. We actually might get there one day, guys. 100,000 subscribers incoming. Still gave that money from the Elanga move. Yeah, we got some money for the Elanga move. We got some money for the Navarro move. Sorry, not the Navarro move. The fucking... Oh, shit. What's his name, mate? Alvaro Fernandez, yeah. Easy is linked to Arsenal. Just put John O'Shea in net, man. Yes, please. Just please. He was actually good that game, wasn't he? They don't want to sell Wiss, so they said 50 million, but not if they sell Mbeumo as well. Well, that's what has been said. But guess what? When somebody's interested in a player and they're from a bigger club, it's hard for that team to keep hold of him. Remember, they've only got a year left on that contract for Visser. So what's the deal then? They're not going to let him go this summer. They're going to use him for a season. They're going to get goals out of him for a season. He will be maybe not as happy because he could be moving earlier and getting a big money move somewhere else. And then he just leaves in a free. In a year's time. That doesn't really make sense for them. It's best for them to cash in now, isn't it, if you ask me? You know, 100 million for Visser and Mbeumo. That's what I'm saying, Solskjaer. With Højlund on loan for a season to sweeten the deal. There's been so many stories about Mbeumo more than Jack and Ori. Yeah, true. One Champions League performance and everyone got happy over Onana. Look where we are now. I know. Well, we should have never got rid of De Gea. That's really the key to the story here. Going to be stuck with the players we want to sell. Deggy says Brentford will get relegated if they lose both and the manager. Favourite Arnie film of all time? Wow, tough one. I think I've got to go with Terminator 2, though. It's an absolute banger. But other than that, I do love The Running Man. I do love Twins and Kindergarten Cop as well. They're some of my favourites. Twins might be my favourite. Oh, shit, Predator's got to be up there. That's absolutely epic. Yeah, that's epic. If Mbeumo goes to United, Brentford, yeah, Total Recall as well. Anyway... Listen, guys, we're going to wrap this up. We know when we get onto the movie chat, it's time to finish. So we have been on here for a while. I am starting to melt a bit. It's hot. It's late. Yeah, an hour and 7 minutes. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Every one of you, T-Mill, Links, Noble, Robert, Jamie Wayne, Solskjaer 99, you legend, Urbano Valdez. Yes, mate, great to see you. Liverpool defeated the mighty Preston North NA. Fair play to you, lad. Yeah, your first pre-season game this year, wasn't it? Getting in there early. Gash. Fair play to you. I hope you're good, Urbano, you legend. Yes, PSG got duffed up in the final, mate. Yeah, that's a good one, S. Runny, lad. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but it's a classic. Compost, Elliot, Matt Gurka, Rob Always United, Urbano, Barbary, Adam, Johnny. Thank you, Urbano. Same to you, lad. Vexico, Elliot, and everybody else. Yeah, sorry there's no FIFA, guys. I've just basically did this late-night news stream after the Club World Cup. There will be FIFA tomorrow night, I promise. Tomorrow night, Monday night, FIFA on the gaming channel. In fact, if you're not subscribed to Flying Pig Gaming, here is the link in the chat. It will pop up in a second. I'll pin it to the top of the chat. Do us a favour. Go over there and subscribe to Flying Pig Gaming YouTube channel. It's my second channel on YouTube. If you're not already subscribed, then go and subscribe. It's pinned to the top right now. Legends. Right then, guys, please hit the likes before you go. Hit the subscribe if you're new. We'll be back on tomorrow lunchtime with the latest news. And if there's anything breaking before then, we'll try and jump on. Thanks again to all the live chat legends. Paula, Kim, Solskjaer, Links, Adam, Urbano, get in there, Marcus, Jamie, Paula, Solskjaer, all the moderators like Solskjaer. Big ups there to the mod squad, the mustard, etc. Thank you so much for tuning in. All the members in green like Urbano Valdez and Solskjaer, Kimster, and everybody else as well. Thank you so much. Nice one, Solskjaer 99, you Don, Isaac, Jonathan Lemon Wrestling Show, and everybody else as well. You can come back and have your say about anything we've discussed in this show, i.e. Gyokeres, Mbeumo, United in general, whatever, Rashford. Come back, have your say, guys. Get your thoughts and opinions in, and we'll keep the debate going there. But thanks so much for watching. That's it from me. Have a great night. Yes, there it is. Thank you, Adam. Subscribe to Flying Pig Gaming on YouTube using that link. Legends. Okay, guys, have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for the community of legends here. One of the greatest communities in all the land. Thanks for chatting with me. Thanks for chatting with each other. And just generally being a bunch of positive legends. It is a shit window, this one, for United. We just got to kind of eat it at the moment. Hopefully things improve. Hopefully things change. They need to, because if they don't, then Amarim's going to be up shit creek without a paddle right at the start of the season. It's going to be a shit show. So we do need to get Mbeumo done, hopefully tomorrow, next day, I don't know, next couple of days, get him done before the tour, and then a striker and a goalie as a bare minimum. Come on, United, do it, please. Stop disappointing us. All other clubs are doing it. Anyway, legends, I know, ridiculous idiots, Urbano. De Gea was the man. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. That's it from me. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you later. And remember, Piggy loves you. And also remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much. Get in there, you beauties. Thank you so much to all the patrons here for supporting the channel on patreon.com/FlyingPigUnited. As a thank you, all you legends will be appearing on this outro list. Get in there. Once again, thank you to all the YouTube members, but one of the best ways you can support the channel is on patreon.com, so check it out. Patreon.com/FlyingPigUnited. And once again, a big thank you to all the legends that do support the channel on Patreon. Get in there.